types of snakes and 10 most interesting facts. In wildlife, there are more than 3,500 species of snakes. They are all different, big and small, bright and discreet, poisonous and harmless. These amazing reptiles live on all continents of the planet except Antarctica. This video will introduce you closer to these mysterious inhabitants of the Earth and will present curious and interesting facts about snakes. Immediate relatives. Snakes evolved from lizards, and the first fossil species were found in sediments 150 to 167 million years old. In modern nature, their closest relatives are spindle-shaped and iguana-shaped lizards. Predators. All snakes are predators, although some species cannot chew at all, but use sharp teeth to grab and tear their prey. They have 2 pairs of teeth growing on the upper and lower jaws. Remarkably, teeth grow throughout the life of a reptile and change throughout life. Skeleton features. They are the undisputed champions in the number of ribs. Some species have from 250 to 300 pairs. Pythons are the only crawling reptiles that have retained rudimentary remains of limbs. The unique structure of the bones of the skull allows all species to swallow prey that is much larger than themselves. Sense organs. Almost all species have developed sense organs that allow them to hunt. They have a great scent. Able to distinguish the slightest aromas of various substances. But they do not catch smells with their nostrils. Snakes have poorly developed eyesight, but they easily pick up vibrations. In addition, a forked tongue helps them catch odors. Scientists have also found that snakes are completely deaf. They just don't have an outer and middle ear. They also don't have eardrums. Eyelids. These reptiles do not blink as their eyelids are permanently closed. But their eyelids are transparent, so they do not interfere with their vision. But sight is not the strongest point in life, and they rely more on other senses. Temperature sensor. Almost all types have a small notch on the head. This is a kind of temperature sensor. This sensor helps them navigate easily in the dark. But on the belly, there are other sensors. They allow you to capture any vibration on the surface of the Earth. The fastest. The black mamba is the fastest snake in the world. If necessary, it can develop a speed of 20 km per hour. Other mambas prefer to live on the branches of trees, but the dangerous black one likes to move around the Earth's surface. Lifespan record. In wildlife, snakes live an average of 10 to 20 years. But it all depends on the type. But the old-timer considers the boa constrictor Popeye. He lived in the zoo until 1977, and his age at the time of his death was 40 years. Flying. A flying snake lives in Asia, which, having spread its ribs, can fly up to 100 meters. They live among trees, and easily plan from branch to branch. King Cobra. One of the most poisonous on the planet. Its poison is enough to cause death for 23 people. Sometimes there is simply not enough time to inject an antidote, her poison acts so quickly. This type of cobra can easily kill an elephant and attacks mainly only when protecting offspring. Like all reptiles, cobras are caring mothers. Albinos. Among snakes, albinism is quite rare. The absence of melanin does not affect their lifestyle and behavior in any way. This is an unusual sight, but it is more difficult for such white snakes to hide among the stones or sands of the desert. Most toxic. Taipan, from a large family of asps, is the most venomous snake on the planet. The poison is highly toxic, and a small dose can kill up to 100 people. Death after a bite, if help is not provided in time, occurs in 40 to 45 minutes. It is believed that taipans are very aggressive, but, like all reptiles, they do not attack first. The list of the most poisonous also includes rattlesnakes, tiger snakes, and cobras. 10 interesting facts about the snakes. Fact number 1. Snakes are widespread throughout the world. In total, about 3,000 species of these reptiles have been studied and described by scientists, and the vast majority of them are not poisonous. They are found on every continent except Antarctica, but they are also absent from some islands in the Pacific and Atlantic Oceans. Fact number 2. The longest snake in the world is the reticulated python, ubiquitous in Southeast and South Asia. Sometimes it grows up to 7 meters in length. But the heaviest of the snakes remains the anaconda, a water boa that lives in South America. Only slightly inferior to reticulated pythons in length, anacondas weigh up to 70 kilograms or more. Fact number 3. The smallest snakes in the world are found on the island of Barbados. It is a species of Tetrachylostoma carli with adults measuring about 10 centimeters in length. They feed on a variety of small insects, mainly termites. Interestingly, during reproduction, the females of this species lay a single egg, but the cub, after hatching from it, reaches a size of 5 centimeters, that is, half the length of the body of an adult snake. Fact number 4. All species of snakes have one physiological feature: the left and right parts of their jaws are not rigidly connected to each other. This allows them to open their mouths incredibly wide, swallowing prey that is much larger than the scaliest predator. It is this, among some other features, that distinguishes them from legless lizards, which look exactly like snakes to most people. Fact number 5. Snakes do not have moving eyelids. More precisely, they have eyelids, but they are actually transparent scales that are always in a closed state, protecting the eyeballs. So these reptiles sleep with open eyes, they have no other eyelids. Fact number 6. Some snakes have very poor eyesight, while others, on the contrary, are quite sharp. But even in the latter, it serves not for orientation in the area, but for detecting the movement of potential prey and other objects. Therefore, when meeting with a potentially dangerous snake, the most reasonable solution would be to freeze it in place. It most likely will not be able to recognize a stationary object. Fact number 7. Snakes actually crawl quite slowly. Their fastest species are able to move on land at a speed of about 1.6 meters per second, which is comparable to the speed of a pedestrian, although many of them move much faster in water. So you can run away from the snake, but do not forget that the reaction of these creatures is phenomenally fast. Fact number 8. In terms of the number of vertebrae in the spine, snakes are champions among all terrestrial creatures of the earth. Depending on the species, their number can vary from 200 to 250 to 450. A person has 33, sometimes 34, since some people have 3 vertebrae in the coccyx, and some have 4. Fact number 9. Snakes have existed on our planet since ancient times. Fossil finds indicate that they appeared at least 165 to 167 million years ago. Scientists have also established that some of their extinct species fed on dinosaur eggs. Fact number 10. In the past, on the territory of modern Colombia, in humid rainforests, there were. Apparently, they were relatives of modern boas, but grew up to 15 meters in length and weighed more than 1 ton. Titanoboa became extinct about 58 million years ago. If you're interested in learning more about snakes or want to see some amazing videos, be sure to like our video. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more great content like this.